Shanghai Disneyland has been open for over 2 weeks now, and they're still making changes. So today, we're gonna go over what has changed. Hey fellow explorers, my name is Chris, aka TDR Explorer, and I help you find the perfect trip to Asia and its theme parks. So, Shanghai Disneyland has been open for over 2 weeks now, and they keep making changes, which is good. You know, you gotta keep things changing. Before you watch this video, make sure you go and watch our previous 2 on Shanghai Disneyland, because I go into detail on how all the social distancing works and all the changes they've made in the park. I'm not going to go through them in great detail in this video, so just click up there. I'll put some links so you can go and watch those. Watch them and then come back. A huge thank you to Explorer Poppy, who is over in Shanghai getting all this wonderful footage for us. I'm here in Japan, and with all the travel bans everywhere, I'm not able to go anywhere. Before we get into the changes made at Shanghai Disneyland, make sure you give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you always get notified of any new videos that we have coming out. Your temperature is still taken when you walk through one of these tents, so nothing has changed here. I mean, why would it at this point? And the entrance, still the same, with the markers telling you where not to stand when you're going into the park. Some explorers have said it's a little confusing with the signage changing from where to stand to not stand. Yeah, I can see that. I haven't done it yet myself, so I'm not 100% sure of how I would react to it, to be honest. Over at the restaurants, this is another one that we haven't shown before, Mickey and Pals, with all the social distancing and the markers on the ground, and of course food. I love food. Oh, that feast looks good. Oh, look at that Donald cup thing. I don't know what that is. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, talking about restaurants, social distancing. And even when you're picking up food, there's places where to stand, not to stand. I mean, I guess you get used to it. As for how busy the restaurants are, this is taken in the afternoon, so it's not really peak hours for eating. And you can see that they still have the signage telling you where not to sit, and people are abiding by that, which is good. It's very empty in here. As for the crowds, this was midday and they've limited capacity to, last I read, about 30%. But of course people congregate in popular areas to take pictures and stuff like that, especially in front of the castle. There's still the social distancing boxes that you got to stand in when you're watching the shows outside. So we have this here still for the Enchanted Storybook Castle. The character greetings are still done from a distance, so no changes there. You just got to wait for them from afar. The crowds aren't super heavy, which is good. But of course, like I said earlier, there's places where it's just going to look a little more crowded, a little more condensed in some areas. Especially in Toy Story Land. Toy Story Land's a little bit smaller, narrower, so it's going to feel like it's a little bit more busy. Whee! Where were we? Oh, yeah, crowds. Tomorrowland's really spaced out, so it doesn't seem like there's really that many people here. Let's take a look at these wait times. So this was taken about 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, and you can see they're pretty high. So it's hard to gauge how many people they've actually let into the park. So you got 80 minutes, 60 minutes, over 100 minutes. Yeah, they're definitely letting people into the park. And as for fast passes, they're all gone. You can see here. For tickets, the one-day tickets, I went and I checked on the website. There are lots left, and a one-day ticket is about $55 US. And then here we have the half-day tickets, which seem to be sold out until June 9th, and those go for about $35 US. Now, the thing that has changed is there are indoor shows now. So we have Eye of the Storm, Captain Jack's Stunt Spectacular, which is fantastic, by the way. Frozen, a sing-along celebration. It's fun. But the biggest thing is the Disney Color Fest. which is in the Walt Disney Grand Theater, and it's included with your park admission. So you can see the line here, social distancing with the yellow tape, and this is kind of interesting to see, telling you where to stand, where not to stand. I guess because it's really wide, I guess. I don't know. But people seem to be following it for the most part, which is good. Everyone's here just to have a good time. It's Disney. Come on. And walking up to the theater here, again, more social distancing markers on the ground. The yellow ones tell you where to stand. And of course, this is not really busy. We're at the front of the line here. And then here, telling you where not to stand. And yes, I know those people aren't exactly following it, but whatever. Then going inside. Oh, it's gorgeous in here. I love those murals. Now you're wondering, Chris, how are they doing the distancing for the seats? Well, it's pretty straightforward. They're only filling every other row, and they're not filling the entire theater. So you can see here, row not available. For a whole bunch of rows is kind of in the middle. And then as you get closer, you can see it's every other row. So there's space between people sitting down. It's a little hard to see here, but people are also spaced out too, so they're not sitting directly beside each other. Just groups of people that got the fast passes for this show are seated together. And then we get to watch the show. It's very colorful, and I love the costumes. They've had these costumes for about a year, so these came out last year, and I love that they're back. And of course we got Duffy. Duffy's one of my favorites. I love him. Oh, and sadness. Oh. Aww. Oh, hey, and there's Mulan too. That's awesome. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Minnie. Love those outfits. Love them. That Duffy. Aww. And Shelly Mae too. We can't forget her. And really quickly too, there's brand new Duffy merchandise. Speaking of Duffy. And I am living for this. This is really cute stuff. And Stella Lou. Gotta love Stella Lou. Not too much has changed this week at Shanghai Disneyland except for the indoor shows. I mean, what else is there really to do at this point? It's been open for almost 3 weeks at this point. It seems like they're doing a pretty good job. Of course, you can't control everything 100%, but the cast members look like they are doing their best. And everything that you see here gives you a pretty good idea of what's going to happen at the other Disney parks eventually when they start reopening. Let me know what you think, explorers, in the comments below. I'll be down there for a little bit answering any questions that you may have. Once we're able to travel again, make sure you head on over to our website, tdrexplorer.com/travel guides, where I do have a guide on Shanghai Disneyland. So once we're able to travel again and you're planning to go to Shanghai Disneyland, make sure you go and check that out because we have updated information in there for you. With that, explorers, we will talk to you next time.